Hello, shadows.
Hi, shadows.
Welcome back to our show.
Yes. Welcome, welcome.
I don't think I really have any updates or anything to share. What about you?
Oh, we had a wicked storm today.
Oh, did you?
Like, yeah, like crack, like crack. Bang, boom. Lightning strikes outside. Rumble in the whole building.
Oh,
It was
geez.
pouring. It was raining sideways. It was pouring. Um, And, like, it was really for probably a good 30 minutes, and then, like, it was, like, on and off for probably another hour, but, yeah, we had a huge storm here today.
Hmm. It actually hasn't rained or stormed up here in quite a few days. Thank goodness, because at one point it was like every day it was storming.
Yeah. It's probably coming up the coast at you, sorry. You probably get rain in
And
a
I'm
couple
sure it
days.
probably is.
Yeah. Uh, but today was, like, supposed to be a quote, unquote, "cooler day" down here in the South.
Yeah.
I think we were definitely in the 90s, I know that for sure.
That's real cool.
Yeah. So cool out there. Uh,
It's kind of here again today.
yeah, nice and toasty.
Yeah.
But, no, I don't think there's anything too exciting going on in my neck of the woods otherwise.
Yeah, same here.
Uh,
We're boring.
hard work. That's us.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm still undecided on my career choice, so there's that.
Uh,
Although by the time this goes up, maybe I will have decided. I don't know.
yeah, maybe. Because we're
Maybe
always definitely when you guys are hearing these episodes, we're a couple of weeks um
ahead or
ahead behind.
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 Yeah,
Yeah, we can't be
yeah.
ahead.
We're filming ahead.
Yeah, like, we're filming these
But yeah,
ahead, recording ahead of time.
yeah.
Um, but by the time these are released, it's already been a few weeks, so,
Yeah.
like, as
Well, today.
reference
Oh,
oh, sorry, I was gonna
yeah,
say, as reference, this week, Hulk Hogan and Ozzy passed away, so that's when we're
yeah.
recording this.
We'll see. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Because Ozzy was it Sunday that he passed?
Was it Sunday? Yeah. No, Saturday.
I,
Maybe it was
I think
Saturday.
so. Oh, I have
I
no
all
time
my
awareness, and
I was just going to say all my days blur together. I just asked you before we started recording, is it Tuesday?
yeah, yeah. I have no time awareness.
Nope.
So sometime over the weekend, Ozzy died.
Yes. So rest in peace.
R.I.P. Yes. So today I'm going to be telling the story of the back to school killer.
Okay.
I don't know if you've heard of this or not.
I have not actually.
So I'll be discussing in this case the murders of two Virginia college students, Morgan Harrington and Hannah Graham. We will start with Morgan Dana Harrington, who was born on July 24th, 1989. In 2009, when this story begins, Morgan was a 20-year-old Virginia Tech student studying to be a teacher. She was a junior in the College of Liberal Arts and Human Sciences. She worked at the Virginia Tech Carillon School of Medicine for a summer before returning to Virginia Tech for her junior year of study. Morgan's friend Lindsay Cripp described her as Morgan was like the moon. She was reflecting the light that was in the world. Wherever she walked in, there was a shift in the energy. Her mom was quoted saying, Morgan was a lot of fun, you know. She had finally reached that point in life where we had an adult relationship with her. And it was really an exciting, very gratifying point in time. And her dad said she was someone who loved art and music, did not like math and science, which is, we are math and science people. Thank you. So she was a little opposite of her parents. On Saturday, October 17, 2009, Morgan drove from her parents' home in Roanoke, Virginia to see her favorite band Metallica at the University of Virginia's John Paul Jones Arena in Charlottesville, Virginia.
Hell
So
yeah.
she had good music. Her mom said she had been so excited about the concert, she posted the tickets on the refrigerator about 6 months ahead of time. She tried on 3 outfits before deciding on what to wear: a crystal necklace and a black t-shirt with the word Pantera spelled out in tan letters, black boots, and a black miniskirt.
Hell yeah. That's a vibe.
Right? She attended the concert with some friends. At one point, she left to use the restroom but never returned. Her friends called her, and Morgan told them she was outside the arena and could not get back in because of its no re-entry policy, and that she would find a ride home. It's not clear why she would have left the arena when there were bathrooms inside. And I'm not sure how far into the concert this happened because, like, why wouldn't she just wait outside for her friends and at least continue listening to the show?
Well, I was thinking, like, what about smoking?
Like, to leave and smoke?
Yeah, like, what if...
I guess you weren't allowed to.
Well, because I
Because
was
of the no
thinking,
rate
like,
policy.
even if that's not her thing, you never know. You're at a concert, like, different circumstance. You might want one. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. Maybe she left out to go, like, have a smoke or whatever. But that's dumb that there's no
And maybe she
re-entry.
didn't know she couldn't get back in. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I mean, that would suck.
Yeah. I mean, if it was at the end of the concert, okay, but like, if she was just now going to the bathroom, like, they probably weren't that far into it. Like, I wouldn't want to waste my money and not listen to the rest of the show.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There was a witness who said Morgan was bleeding from an injury to her face, but it's not clear if she fell or how she got that injury. She was drinking that night, so she could have lost her balance, and that also could have caused her to get confused to where she was going. But after that phone call, we don't really know what happened to Morgan. The next morning, around 11 a.m., Virginia University police called Morgan's parents to tell them Morgan's purse containing her ID and her cell phone was found in an overflow parking lot at the arena. Her mom said, "I knew that minute something terrible had happened." Investigators didn't have much to work with at first. There was a witness report that a woman matching Morgan's description was seen on a nearby bridge around 9:30 p.m. Saturday night. It's suspected that she may have willingly or unwillingly got into someone's vehicle. Within days, news of her disappearance was all over the local news and social media. According to CBS News, Morgan's case was one of the first cases that used social media to solicit information and tips and as a crime-solving tool. Her dad said, "We had 2,000 people searching for Morgan over a weekend each day." And this is kind of cool. Metallica even spoke out about Morgan's disappearance. Bassist Robert Trujillo said in an interview that he hopes Morgan is returned safely. And he's quoted saying, "I was crushed about learning of Harrington's disappearance. Stuff like this just really, really bums me out, especially when you are a parent and you have children. I mean, it's the worst thing that you could ever imagine. And of course, we're all hoping for the best and praying that she's alive. It really hit a sour chord with us and bummed us out." Despite numerous ground searches, little evidence was found. In November 2009, a Pantera t-shirt was found draped over a bush near the University of Virginia campus. Morgan's DNA was found on the shirt as well as unknown DNA. When police ran it through their database, they got a hit. Not to a person, but to another crime 4 years earlier, around 100 miles away. In the fall of 2005, a man attacked, beat, and sexually assaulted a young woman in Fairfax, Virginia. The woman, who asked to be identified only as RG, was walking home from her local supermarket sometime after 8:30 p.m. as captured by a security camera. Detective Michael Boone, who worked her case, said she felt somebody behind her, and she turned and was face to face with the suspect and asked him if she could help him. And he stated something to the effect that he was waiting for a friend or something. And she felt uncomfortable. She had a vibe and just kept moving. And when she reached the front of her residence, she said she heard footsteps coming quickly behind her, and then she was picked up off the ground.
Oh my
That's
God.
horrifying.
That is
To hear
horrifying.
footsteps coming up quickly behind you,
Yeah. Um,
that is so scary.
you would never. Oh my God. You know what? Yep, I'm going down swinging, baby. One of us is going out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. But one of us is going
And then
out of
just
here.
be picked up by the person behind you.
Yep.
I can't.
That's some
This
scary
man
shit.
took her. Yeah, hell yeah. This man took her to a wooded area across from a parking lot. Luckily, a man named Mark Castro happened to pull into the parking lot. When the car light shined on the man and the man took off running. Castro said, "I was seeing a lady that was beaten nearly to death, and she was covered in mud and covered with blood, and she was walking towards me. She told him there was a man back there, so he ran over screaming at him to come out, but the attacker was gone. She was taken to Fairfield Hospital, where a forensic nurse performed a sexual assault exam and collected forensic evidence. The next day, RG described the man to a sketch artist, and if you're watching on YouTube, I'll insert the picture on the screen. She described him as approximately 6 feet to 6'2", maybe 200 pounds, short hair with a mustache and beard. But who was he? Unfortunately, police still wouldn't know who he is until another tragedy strikes in 2014. On January 26, 2010, so we're going back again, human remains were found on a farm about 10 miles from the John Paul Jones Arena in a remote area of the 742-acre Anchorage farm, which is more than 1.5 miles back from road access. The remains were identified, sadly, as Morgan Harrington. Her cause of death was listed as homicidal violence of an unknown origin, with rib and arm fractures as well as a fractured skull.
Oh, wow.
Her case would sadly remain cold for a few more years until the disappearance of Hannah Graham. Hannah Graham was 18 years old and starting her sophomore year at the University of Virginia in September of 2014. She was born on February 25th, 1996, in Reading, Berkshire, England. At the age of 5, her parents moved to the Stratford Landing area of Fairfax County, Virginia. Her friend, Lila Nasser, remembers her as a super smart, musically gifted, and with a dry sense of humor. She said, "She's one of those people who just knew who she was, very much a go-getter. She was very confident and driven." A website for Hannah Graham states, "She had great empathy, took pleasure in helping others, and was delighted to contribute to Habitat for Humanity's post-tornado rebuilding in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Hannah excelled in her schoolwork with a particular passion for the French language and France, where she was able to study during her last summer. She was musical, playing the piano as a young girl, and then later taking up alto saxophone, and was proud to become a section leader in the West Potomac High School marching band. She was athletic, a keen softball player, and enjoyed ski racing for University of Virginia. She was just shy of 6 feet tall and stood out on the softball field. Being vivacious, popular, and talented, her disappearance exploded on social media." So she was had a lot of hobbies, was involved in a lot of things.
Yeah, she's just busy.
Yeah. And with her height, she definitely stood out.
Yeah. Wow.
On the evening of September 12th, 2014, Lauren had gone out to a few parties. In the early morning hours of September 13th, she vanished after walking down Charlottesville's downtown pedestrian mall, alone and intoxicated. The downtown mall is a vibrant collection of more than 120 shops and 30 restaurants housed in historic buildings along the city's main street. So it's usually pretty well populated. And it says mall, but it's like an outdoor mall.
Okay, yeah.
She was seen by friends at an apartment complex shortly before, or like around midnight. Around 12:45 a.m., a surveillance camera caught her outside of a pub about 3/4 of a mile from the apartment complex. Other surveillance cameras captured her as she ran past a gas station, walked past an Italian cafe, and then walked by a jewelry store. At 1:20 a.m., she texted her friends to say she was lost and trying to find another party. It's unclear why she was alone and not with her friends at this time. And then police believe she was under the influence of alcohol, making her less able to defend herself. She never came home and was reported missing within a day. I couldn't find any info on exactly who reported her missing or who she lived with at this time that noticed she was missing. But either way, she was reported missing fairly quickly. When police reviewed surveillance footage, Hannah is seen walking down the downtown mall. A big black man with dreads is seen walking on the opposite side of the walkway, then crosses over and walks behind her. When she's seen walking past the when she's seen walking past the jewelry store, that same black man appears to be walking side by side with her. And I'll include, again, clips of these pictures if you're watching on YouTube, or you can go to our Instagram where I'll also post them. When police enhance the picture, it appears his arm is around her waist. There's no video of... Yeah. There's no video of Hannah's last known stop. Several witnesses saw her inside the Tempo bar with this same man, who becomes their suspect. Sometime after this, she disappears. Days go by with no trace of Hannah, despite what would become the largest search in Virginia's history. Each day, hundreds of volunteers would show up to help search. Among those helping to search are the parents of Morgan Harrington. Another volunteer is the aunt of yet another murdered girl in the area. On August 3rd, 2013, 4 years after Morgan Harrington's murder and a year before Hannah Graham went missing, 17-year-old Alexis Murphy left home in Shipman, Virginia, which is less than 40 miles from Charlottesville, to buy hair extensions for her upcoming senior pictures, but never came home. Her mom and Aunt Trina Murphy knew something was very wrong when they hadn't heard from her for hours. She was last seen on surveillance footage at Liberty gas station in Livingston, Virginia. Her car is seen following an SUV that belonged to Randy Taylor. Witnesses said he would often hang around the gas station, people watching. They found her hair extensions, Monroe piercing, and false nails in his trailer, and her blood was on the shirt he was seen wearing on video.
Oh my goodness.
Like, why does he have her nails?
There was a struggle.
Like, Police found her car in a movie theater parking lot in Charlottesville with DNA inside that they can't identify from several sources. None of it matched the DNA from the Harrington murder or the Fairfax assault, though. Even though they didn't have a body, police arrested Taylor and charged him with Alexis's murder. Gil Harrington, Morgan's mom, made the 3.5-hour round trip every day to the trial. She said, I also... Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. So she's like very committed to being involved in other like missing persons like cases in the area.
Yeah, yeah.
Because of what happened to her daughter.
I mean, you can't blame her, honestly. It's it's that smidge of hope that anything could, I don't know, give you an answer about yours. You have no idea. You never know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She said, I also wanted to be there and shoulder and support them any way I could, which the Murphys were very thankful for. Taylor was convicted in Alexis Murphy's murder and sentenced to life in prison, but her body has still never been found. So now the Murphys and Harringtons are both joining the search for Hannah. Gil Harrington is quoted saying, "We're part of an ugly little club that we have some knowledge and some understanding of how to proceed. Once you know how bad it feels to have a murdered child, you want to do whatever you can to help anyone else who's in the same terrible spot that you're in." 6 days after Hannah went missing, police identify and locate the man seen on video with her in the downtown mall. He is 32-year-old Jesse Leroy Matthew Jr. Police searched his apartment and seized his car on September 19, 2014. Police said he didn't answer any questions, wasn't interested in telling police anything, wanted a lawyer, and left the police station. So I don't know what else says I'm guilty besides any of that.
I was gonna say, you could handle it a little bit differently.
Yeah.
Definitely, like, always ask for your lawyer, always. But there's a
Yeah.
way to ask for your lawyer.
And you can still cooperate.
Yeah.
They had no evidence to hold him, but did follow him. Witnesses who knew Jesse said his behavior was odd in the days following Hannah's disappearance. He showed up to work late, didn't acknowledge his coworkers, and acted very, very not himself and very weird. They also said he had a swollen jaw, complained of tooth pain, and rarely left his apartment or responded to phone calls. Days after fleeing from police, he was formally charged in Hannah's abduction. Days go by, but police can't find him. So they're ready to charge him, and he's gone. A witness came forward who saw Hannah with Jesse that night, saying Matthew, or Jesse, unlocked the passenger door of his Chrysler Sebring and opened it. And Graham apparently said to him, "I'm not getting in that car with you. Was it stolen?" End quote. He also apparently had inappropriate behavior towards women at bars that night in the hours leading up to Hannah's disappearance. Prosecutors say in the documents several women said he made them feel uncomfortable, touched them inappropriately, and made unwanted sexual advances.
Oh, God, this person sounds absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, he's a loser.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to touch him with a 10-foot pole.
I know, right?
God, the ick is so strong right now.
The documents also say that Jesse began his night at the Lazy Parrot Bar in Charlottesville, where witnesses said he approached a woman sitting alone at the bar and continued to make advances towards her, even after she told him she had a boyfriend.
Take no as an answer.
Mm-hmm.
Stop getting your
He
own
asked for
damn feelings hurt.
right, pussy. He asked for her phone number and told her how nice her lips were, and repeatedly touched her hands, making her uncomfortable enough that she sat on her hands to prevent him from continuing to touch her.
Oh my God.
Like, you stupid loser creep. Like, take a hint and get out.
Right? Go away.
Uh-huh. One witness who confronted him about his behavior told investigators Jesse replied he was just trying to meet girls. Well, I can tell you right now that's not the way to do it.
Even if you do approach a woman, if she's not interested, take the hint and you leave, okay? Tuck tail and leave, like, whatever you gotta
Yeah.
do. If you got, your feelings hurt, I'm sorry about it. Actually, I'm not.
Right, get over it. Like, there's
I'm not
lots of
sorry.
women out there. Not every single one is going to be interested in you. Like, get over yourself.
Yep. So, go on, move on, stop being
Yeah.
creepy.
He's an incel. Between 11:30 and 11:45 p.m. that night, he approached two women he didn't know at another bar with a blue light. Shortly after meeting them, he picked both women up at the same time by cradling them underneath their buttocks.
Ah. Oh, man.
He just continues to get more gross.
Yeah. Nope.
Documents say the women became uncomfortable and pushed him away. The women left Blue Light and went to another bar, Tempo, where they ran into him again.
Oh, I'd be like, fuck me.
Now,
I literally-
that police.
Check, police. Oops.
Man, you see what we deal with?
Yeah, it's horrendous. I have secondhand
Yeah.
anxiety for these women, like, literally listening to
I
this.
know.
Like, 'cause I can put myself in this situation in my head and how to like, that
Yeah.
that disgusting feeling in your stomach you get, like,
Yeah.
leave me alone, and, like, I hate it. I hate it.
Yeah,
It
like, we've been
happens.
approached by weird men at bars already that, like, we have no interest in talking to.
Oh, God. Yes.
I just think
Ugh.
of, Palm Beach.
Oh my shit. When we were reckless.
Yeah.
I'm too old, I'm in bed by 9. God damn it.
I know, right?
I was headed for a liver transplant that last night.
I know, right?
But yeah, creepy men, they're fucking everywhere, it's
Mhm.
disgusting.
They are
It's
everywhere.
yeah.
One of the women told investigators Jessie approached her after she took off her boots because her feet were hurting. Jessie grabbed her foot, took off her sock, and touched her foot, despite her
Ab
objecting.
Abso-fucking-lutely not. Nope. Girlfriend, you
It
hit him
gets
with the
worse.
huggy, okay?
It gets worse. He
No,
said to
shut
her, "A woman that takes care of her feet takes care of everything else."
oh, I'm gonna throw up my keyboard.
Yeah, I
I
was,
wanna show you what I can
getting
take
so
care
much
of.
ick when I was researching this.
Oh my god. Ugh.
He then grabbed the other woman's leg.
Ew. I wanna punch this
Yeah.
man. I want to punch
Yeah, I
this
wish we
man.
could.
I
I want more than that. I wanna kick him in the balls, make break his nose, like,
yeah.
yeah. That woman told investigators Jessie looked at her in a crazy way when she warned him not to touch her.
Imma show you who can get motherfucking crazy right now, bro.
Yeah,
I wanna show you.
I
And
know,
I'm about
right?
to lose my shit.
Yeah, and I might be
Yes,
100 pounds, but I got bony knuckles and I'm gonna use them.
I'm telling you, ladies, stop putting up with this shit. Don't let it go that far.
Yeah,
Abso-fucking-lutely not, okay?
yeah.
Absolutely
Dude, like, kick him
fucking
in the balls. You have the right.
yeah. Fight dirty, girlfriend. He's
Yeah,
touching you.
you're
He's
being harassed.
disgusting. He's
Sexually
dirty.
harassed.
Yeah. Fucking uh gouge his eyes out. I don't care.
Yeah.
Fucking fuck this nasty ass piece of shit.
Mhm. Rip his
Ugh,
hair out. Has
God.
dreads. Rip him out.
Yeah. Fight dirty, man. And
Mhm.
ladies, get yourself some kind of self-defense thing to carry around, a mace, a
Yeah.
pocket knife, whatever. Get yourself something, please. It's a fucking scary world out there.
Hell yeah, it is. At yet another bar, he grabbed the buttocks of a former acquaintance without her consent.
I swear to God, if you tell me this man touches somebody else, I I swear to God.
Yeah, I don't know how many we're up to now, but it's a lot. In one night.
This is
Not
one
even
night.
in one night. This is within like a few hours.
This is disgusting.
Mhm. Another person confronted him about his behavior, and he closed out his tab there shortly after 1 a.m. And it's after that that he is seen on surveillance walking with Hannah. So, as much as I don't want to, we're going to go into a little background info on Jesse because he's clearly a piece of shit.
Mm.
He grew up in Charlottesville and went to high school there. He was working at the university hospital transporting patients, which that's also terrifying to think about. This creepy assaulter is handling patients.
Yeah, probably unconscious patients,
Yeah, you don't know.
drugged up maybe, you never know, yeah.
Hmm. People who knew him had called him a gentle giant. He was a
Ugh.
foot. He was a football player and a volunteer football coach for kids.
That's you know, I really thought to myself, like, there was nothing that we could throw in here that would make him worse, he's already, he obviously, like and then, you know, you might as just keep going, it's probably gonna get worse, what do I know?
He was described as a quiet guy and mentored high school students.
Oh, yeah. Nice, quiet, creepy, get real close with the kids.
Yeah, yeah. On the night Hannah disappeared, he had been at a football game helping cheering on kids earlier that day.
Yeah.
So he's going to be all nice to the kids and then go sexually assault multiple women.
There's different breeds of monsters out there, man.
A news correspondent, Laura French, said, "Nobody said, yeah, Jesse always had trouble and this is the kind of thing we would have expected. No, if anything, it was he was not capable of premeditating anything. He may have been awkwardly socially sometimes and quiet, but never, never could he be capable of this."
Mm.
And this is where you learn that you really don't know anybody ever, as Crime Junkie always says.
No, you really don't. You really
Mm,
don't.
you really don't.
Actually, and Kirsten, remind me that we said this later because I'll tell you a story off mic that of how you
Huh?
really don't.
Can't wait to hear it.
Yeah.
Or maybe I don't want to hear it, but a man named William Haith, who played football with Jesse at Virginia's Liberty University, which Jesse attended from 2000 to 2002, said he was a team player. He was always there and, participating in team activities. He knew how to play football, and he was actually great at it. I thought he had potential to do some great things on the football field. But off the field, he was seen in a different light. Haith said, "My head coach let us know they were going to put LJ off the team because apparently he had forced himself on a female student.
Mhm.
Once he was kicked off the team, no one that I know of actually went out of their way to get more detail. His roommate said that he may not have known that he was going too far. But again, that's speculation, hearsay from his roommate. There were so many rumors going around, but there was no concrete evidence." End quote.
There was
There
no
wasn't.
there was nothing from like a student statement or something?
Um, I don't know if that they. I mean, they reported it because that's why
Yeah,
they removed
obviously.
it, but
Yeah.
I don't know how well known it was around the campus.
Okay.
There was an alleged sexual assault that also occurred around this time, but no charges were filed, and Jesse soon left the university. But, he left. He wasn't, kicked out.
Mm. Yeah. Good way handling that university.
That's a red flag there.
You know what? You know what's so funny? In my next case that we're gonna record, there's also a sexual assault that kind of is, they just like breeze right on over that.
Because they don't want the negative attention. It's all about money.
Ah, God.
After he left Liberty University, he attended Christopher Newport University in Newport News, Virginia. Again, he was on the football team, and again left after a few months amid allegations of another sexual assault.
All right.
Because because charges were never filed, the next university wasn't aware of the allegations. So that's how he was able to go to the school here.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
You
They had
know,
no idea.
we have so much like technology and things like that, that it's real easy to communicate. Like it's literally one of the easiest things you can do nowadays is communicate with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, all they had to do
I
was
mean, this
update.
was the early 2000s, so I mean, there wasn't really social media at that time. But
But
still,
updating their
there was internet.
database,
Yeah, they should have been.
yeah, I feel like
But I
updating
guess
their
if he was never formally charged, there was nothing to enter him into.
no, I guess, yeah. God, which that
Yeah.
that also is disgusting though to think about. That like somebody like
Mhm.
that, because nothing was done, just goes right under the radar onto the next one.
Yeah. Yep.
It's like that nurse
And
that
that's
just
how
came
the
out in the
cycle
news.
continues.
Did you see that?
The one that has like multiple identities.
Yes, that was crazy.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Man, at
so
least
just
she's trying to help people, I guess, but like, what are you doing? Like,
yeah,
and the fact
that's
that it
crazy.
took that long for anybody to catch on.
No, I know it's like 20. I think she had 20 different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Crazy.
crazy.
Jesse moved back to Charlottesville after leaving the second university and began driving a cab for a few years. He had a few minor run ins with police for traffic violations and trespassing, but nothing major. Jesse's father, like many, was shocked that he could be involved in Hannah Graham's abduction. He said, "To kill or hurt somebody, that's not my son. I could see him maybe trying to give the girl a ride home or helping her out." End quote. Sir, you don't know your son.
No, he's over there every second he can get an opportunity, making somebody uncomfortable.
Being a creep.
Yeah.
On September 24th, 2014, 4 days after Jesse had fled, he was spotted in Galveston, Texas, on an near empty beach 1,300 miles from Charlottesville. A woman was sitting in the back of her car and saw a man in a tent but didn't think anything of it until he drove past her. The woman is quoted saying, "When I looked up and saw him, his facial features are unmistakable. I just held my breath, hoping he would keep going. My heart literally probably stopped beating. I knew that was him. I'd seen his face on the news every morning." And so hell yeah to this woman for like, I don't know that I would have recognized him from another vehicle.
I'm gonna be honest. I'll never recognize anybody. Like,
I personally don't like to look at people or make eye contact, so I
yeah,
wouldn't have even noticed.
me too. If I do make eye contact, it's so minimal that yeah, I'm not like paying attention.
Yeah. She called the Galveston County Sheriff's Office, who arrested him without incident and flew him back to Charlottesville.
Ha ha.
Yeah. And he wasn't planning on just traveling to Texas because a map of Mexico was found in his car.
Oh, of course. Yeah, he was headed to the border, baby.
Well, this bitch was gonna flee.
Yeah, he was. Gotcha.
Yeah. Police said he still never cooperated with anybody or answered any questions. And then volunteers still continued to search for Hannah at this time. On October 18th, 2014, 35 days after Hannah went missing, Police Chief Tim Longo spoke before reporters saying, "Sometime before noon today, a search team from the Chesterfield County Sheriff's Department was searching an abandoned property along Old Lynchburg Road in southern Albemarle County when they discovered what appears to be human remains. when the human remains were found was behind a home that nobody was living in at the time. And this was within a few miles of a home where Jesse Matthew had grown up and spent time with his family. And this house was 6 or 7 miles outside of downtown Charlottesville. Interestingly, the site where Morgan Harrington's remains had been found 4 years early was only a few miles away. The remains would be identified as Hannah Graham.
I knew you were going to say
The
that.
crop top she was last seen wearing, which was unzipped and inside out, and her jeans, which were also inside out and had holes that hadn't been there when she was last seen, were also found. Her watch was found nearby, but her undergarments, shoes, and cell phone were never recovered. A medical examiner ruled her death the result of homicidal violence, likely by suffocation or strangulation, because she didn't suffer significant trauma to her skull. Graham had 2 nasal fractures that likely occurred at or near the time of her death. Fairfax detective Michael Boone, who worked the assault case in 2005, said, "I saw the picture of Jesse Matthews, and I saw a picture of the composite drawing. I mean, I knew they had the right person." End quote. Detective Boone had been looking at the composite drawing for almost 10 years, and his gut told him that without question, his perpetrator and Jesse Matthew were the same person. So Boone got a search warrant and traveled to Charlottesville. Boone said when he met with Jesse, he didn't say anything or show any emotion. He took a DNA sample from Jesse, and his DNA matched the unidentified DNA in his rape case. And if you remember, earlier in the case, I mentioned the DNA from the sexual assault matched the DNA on Morgan Harrington's shirt. So now police have her killer.
Oh, yes.
So I just gotta say, hell yeah, DNA.
Hell
and
yeah.
Thank you, Rosalind Franklin, for your DNA contributions that led to path where we are today in DNA and forensics.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, women.
That's right.
We're
Fuck
doing
these
the real
creepy
work
men.
while dumb men try to take credit. Maybe we should cover the Rosalind Franklin case, because that's kind of infuriating that those 2 men took credit for all of her work. But
Put it
anyway,
on your list.
police are saying having his DNA only places him with the victims, not that he killed them. On October 20th, 2014, 2 days after Hannah Graham's remains were discovered, authorities indicted Jesse Matthew, not for Hannah nor Morgan's murder, but for the attempted capital murder, abduction, and sexual assault of the anonymous RG back in 2005. Prosecutors felt that the rape case was the strongest, and they went to trial in June of 2015. The woman who he assaulted flew the whole way from India to take the stand and testify. She is originally from India and moved to the U.S. to study, but moved back to India after the attack. So that's really sad. Like, you come to the U.S. to, get an education, and this happens to you?
Yeah, that is really sad.
That happens a lot, actually.
Yeah.
I know of other cases where people, come here, and even, Elisa Lam, you can even say, she came here from Canada on a little trip and dies.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Mm-hmm. On June 10th, 2014, Jesse entered an Alford plea for the abduction, sexual assault, and attempted murder of RG. If you don't know, an Alford plea is when someone does not admit they committed the crime but acknowledge the prosecution has enough evidence against them to win a conviction. So he's a pussy.
Yeah. He's too cowardly to admit what he's done. However, we have you red-handed.
Hell yeah, we do. Jesse's family asked the judge for leniency, and a former girlfriend wrote a letter on Jesse's behalf saying he was raped as a child. That doesn't excuse any of what he did.
No. I mean, I'm sorry
Like,
for
what?
your misfortune when you were younger, you know?
But it has nothing to do with any of these cases.
No.
Prosecution attorney Ray Murrow called Jesse a modern-day Jekyll and Hyde, who projected an image as a gentle giant to friends and family while hiding his life as a violent sexual predator. That's exactly what he is.
Yep. Yeah, because
He also
if he was not caught, it definitely, I think, would continue and maybe even escalate, who knows?
yeah, for sure.
Like, to, like,
He
you
also
know
said, oh, sorry.
I'm sorry. Might, like, escalate to, like, multiple, like, more frequently than, before or something, if they didn't catch him, he'd get more confident or
Mhm.
something.
Yeah, and we've seen that happen many times.
Yep.
He also said killing her with his bare hands would have been the ultimate rush for him. He seeks mercy, but is himself merciless. He seeks empathy, but he is heartless. Unquote. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Fairfax Circuit Judge David Schell sentenced Matthew to the maximum sentence of 3 life sentences, one for each charge. When asked if he had anything to say, Jesse responded, "No, sir." So Matthew had been charged with capital murder in the Graham case, making him eligible for the death penalty. On March 2nd, 2016, Jesse took the plea deal and pleaded guilty in the deaths of Morgan Harrington and Hannah Graham to avoid the death penalty. He was sentenced to 4 consecutive life terms when he pleaded guilty to 2 counts of first-degree murder and 2 counts of abduction with the intent to defile. And this is in addition to the 3 life sentences he is already serving.
Wow.
So he's not going anywhere ever.
No,
He's done
definitely
for it.
not.
Both families were accepting of the plea because it spared them having to sit through a trial. Jesse's lawyer told the court he is very sorry and he loves his family very much. His client showed no expression during the hearing. Some positive things were put into place after these tragic murders. Virginia Tech created the Morgan Dana Harrington Scholarship to honor her memory. You can donate to the scholarship on the Virginia Tech website, and we'll provide the link in our show notes. Also, the Hannah Graham Memorial Award was created to provide educational opportunities for University of Virginia students. Alternative Spring Break Fund, which provides scholarships to participants working for Habitat for Humanity. The Hannah Graham Memorial Softball Tournament raises money for charities and increases awareness to help protect children from predators. And research supported by the World Bank to identify measures to address violence against women and girls. And that's the end of my case.
Wow. Well, I'm glad there was justice in this.
Yeah, finally, we have someone that was convicted and
Yeah.
charged.
It did take a while, but, we,
It did.
still. Do you know how old he is? He's currently serving?
Let me go back. Because I mentioned he was 32, but I forget in what year.
Yeah.
2009 that he was 32. Oh, 2014, he was 32 years old.
Okay, so that's 11 more years, so he's only in his 40s.
Yeah, 43.
Yeah.
So he's got a long way to go.
Yep. Right, bitch.
Yep. You're where you belong. I mean, really, you belong on death row, but here we
You
are.
do, but I hope some big hulking man in there has made you his little bitch. Okay?
I hope so. I hope you drop a soap every day.
Yeah, I hope you're getting a taste of your own medicine.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they're giving it to you good.
Women that don't want to be touched, I hope men are touching you where you don't want to be touched.
Exactly. I hope all of them are.
Yep.
Disgusting
Piece
human
of
being.
shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Waste of our tax dollars.
yeah.
See, in situations I'm like this, just execute him. Goodbye.
Right?
Get
Like, why
out.
are we? If you are not a contributing member of society, just die. I'm just kidding. No.
I mean, in some cases, yeah.
In some cases, I'll give it like a 90%. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes, the majority of the people in prison.
yes. Like, we're wasting our money.
Yeah, every sexual predator, let's just mass execute.
Yeah. Sounds good. You're not contributing. And
No.
I think statistically, they have all proven that they will do it again.
Yep. They're all
So,
reoffenders. They cannot
yep,
be rehabilitated. Is that the right word?
I think so. I feel like it is.
Sometimes you say something, it's like, is that a word?
Yeah. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that case. Make like a shadow and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at.
Lurking in the Shadows podcast.
Check us out on TikTok at.
Lurking in the Shadows pod.
Any questions, concerns, or case suggestions, shoot us an email at.
Lurking in the Shadows podcast at gmail.com. And keep looking around for our next episode. Bye.
Bye.